everyone. My name is Shim. In case you don't know me, I started Atomy May 2010, so it's almost 12 and a half years ago. So it's quite a time, right? I've been enjoying Atomy over the time, and my life is totally different now. Before Atomy, I was working for dry cleaners. I didn't even own a dry cleaner. I was working for someone who owns the dry cleaner, and my dream at the time was to own a dry cleaner. That was my dream, believe it or not. But thank God I didn't do that. At the time, it was quite difficult to own a dry cleaners. Why? Because I don't have any money. It takes like a minimum 300,000 US dollars. If it's good business, 400,000, 500,000. Really good businesses like $1 million to buy a dry cleaner. And then what happens if you own a dry cleaner? You have to be working there all the time. You know how the owners of the dry cleaners get rich? Because they don't have time to spend their money. That's why they get rich. And I didn't care, no matter what situation, I want to be rich, and I was ready to work very hard, no matter what. But the thing is, I couldn't own the dry cleaner. That was the thing. But anyhow, my situation at the time was very tough because, I have 4 children, right? As my income was staying at the same amount, but my family members getting bigger and bigger. We just started with me and my wife, but we have a first baby born, and the second, and then third one's coming, and fourth one is coming. So we got family of 6, and my income is not getting bigger and bigger. So I had to work harder and harder. If I want to make more money, what do I have to do? I have to work more hours because I was get paid by hour. You want to make a 10-hour income, then you have to work 10 hours. You want more income, then you have to work 12 hours, 13 hours, 14 hours. My life before Atomy was like I get out of my house before 6 a.m. and then I work at the dry cleaner and finish by like 5 p.m., sometimes 6 p.m., sometimes 7 p.m., sometimes 8 p.m. It doesn't, you cannot count on what time you can finish your job, but it all depends on the situation. Sometimes 8 p.m., 9 p.m., but sometimes 3 p.m. So very not, how do you call it? It's not steady. It's not certain hours. It's always different hours. So I have to find other job, and it's not easy to find the job because my hours is not steady. So I had to be working very hard. Usually my goal is to come home before midnight, and then I have to get out of my house 6 a.m. again. And I have to work Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday I go to church. That was my life. That was my life. A couple of days ago, Bill asked me, "Hey, Jason, what is your title? What is your title of your speech?" I said, "I don't know. I don't know what to speak about. Actually, I didn't even think about what to talk. Now I got my title. My title is 0% to 100%. So why 0%? 0% stands. What do I mean by 0%? I had 0% success rate if I met Atomy. Let's face the situation I was in before Atomy. I didn't have any money. I have 4 children. I was barely making money to pay rent, pay bills, all sorts of things. And then I don't have like an inheritance. I don't have any money. I don't have any skill. I couldn't even speak English either. And most on top of everything, it's kind of shameful story, but I didn't have a right status in America because after I came to America, my lawyer screwed up my documents. Everything got screwed up, so I became illegal status. And ever since I lived in America for 23 years without right paper. So can you imagine? I didn't get any support from the government because I'm not a legal status. So I cannot get any benefit, even though I was so poor. Only benefit I got from New Jersey was I got food stamp. That's all I got benefit. I couldn't have insurance, any financial aid, nothing. Just some food stamp. That was my situation. So imagine that, you know, the success rate at the situation, right? No money, no skill, no English speaking, and not even a green card. So the success rate at the time, I think, is 0%. But thank God, God is good, right? God sent me a lady from Korea. She didn't know. We were total stranger to each other, right? I visit my friend's house because my friend usually offer me warm meal. It doesn't have to be fancy meal, but when you are really poor, if someone offers you a meal, then it's very, very, touching heart touching. Yeah, God is good. So I visited my house to try to get some dinner from him. And there was a strange lady trying to explain some kind of network marketing. I overheard what she's talking, and it sounds like a network marketing because she's talking about membership, income, residual, and annual fee, such things. So I said, not again, because my friend was so famous of doing all kinds of network marketing. I said, my friend, you're not supposed to do many network marketing. You're just supposed to do one network marketing. But he just signed up with everything. And the lady trying to explain the Atomy to my friend start paying attention to me. I said, no, thank you. But she pushed me a little more because, this is so good, right? No joining fee, no monthly requirement, no annual fee, no website fee, nothing. So, it was really, really free. What do you think? Is there anything like free in this world? Anything free in this world? Nothing is free in this world, right? Only one thing is free. What is that? God's grace.
God's grace is always free. He's always with you.
Yes, that's free. Only thing you have to do is you just have to admit it. That is only free thing. But next to it, Atomy membership is free. So I just became a member, right? I became a member, and then I asked her, so since I became a member, can you explain me about the marketing plan, so how I can make money? And you know what she said? She said, I don't know how to explain that thing. I was like, what kind of lady is this trying to expand her business from Korea to America, and she doesn't even know how to explain about the marketing plan? I was like, what the? But there's one thing she did good. She couldn't even explain about the marketing plan, but she did amazing thing. She was a great inviter. She invited me to the seminar. In fact, she invited so many people. I think over 50 people, because there was a seminar happening in New Jersey, and she invited so many people, and she was an amazing inviter. You know how many people came to the seminar out of these more than 50 people? Just one. Guess who that was?
You.
Exactly. I was the only one who came to the seminar, and I kind of became shameful because, oh man, I'm the only one showed up to the seminar, out of all those people she invited. But ever since I came to the seminar anyway, I started paying attention to the CEO, not because I was interested in this business, but because everything was so free. membership is free and the seminar was free. You know, if something free, what's next? Big catch, right? I was like, you know, I was trying to avoid when they gonna snatch you. I have to be aware so that I could avoid it, right? Everything is free, huh? Membership is free, seminar is free, and free gift. And if you, before you know, they're gonna cheat you, right? So that's why I was paying attention not to be cheated. Even though I get cheated, I got nothing to lose anyway. But anyway, I pay attention because it's so suspicious. But thank God, right? Chairman Hangi Park was an amazing guy. You know, he gave us 4-hour speech, 2-hour speech and 10-minute break, another 2-hour speech. That 4 hour transformed me from non-believer to believer, just like Christian. So I'm doing Atomy like my mission. You know, Atomy is BAM, BAM company. What is BAM company means? Business as a mission. Just like Walmart, Coca-Cola, and you know the famous one, Chick-fil-A. These are all BAM companies. BAM, business as mission. He was trying to spread the gospel. That's the core mission, and the core value of Atomy is spread the gospel. You know, you don't have to be believer, you don't have to be Christian to do Atomy business. But you know, here's the point: because the company wants to get the opportunity to spread the gospel, we have to be good. We cannot produce product with a cheap quality, with a cheap price. We have to do our very, very best to satisfy our consumers so that we can get an opportunity to talk about the gospel. People could ask why Atomy products are so good and why Atomy products are so amazing. At the same time, usually the quality is so good, it's like a prestige product, and the price is so high. If the price is so low, the quality is so low. But Atomy's policy is absolute quality with absolute price. Over the 4 hours of our Chairman Hangi Park speech, I was able to understand why or how Atomy was able to achieve absolute quality at the same time absolute price. I don't want to repeat all those things again because you know we don't have a lot of time, and especially with the Zoom meeting, there's so many distractions. So I want to be very, very, very brief. I am making many trips. I am going to make many trips in next year because I set a goal to be Imperial Master very soon. So I'm gonna be really, really busy taking my partners, pushing my partners, or not kicking my partners' butt. But anyway, I'll be really busy. And I'll be meeting soon you guys in person. And then I'll give you all the details. But today I'll be really, really brief, right? So the core value of Atomy is to give the very best of everything. We started with only 2 products, Hemo-Him and cosmetics. We are adding more and more products. Not because we are trying to make money, but trying to satisfy our customers. You know, there's a famous story from Bible. There's a vineyard. Probably you know the story already. The owner of the vineyard went to the market, saw the people couldn't get a job. So he invited those people to his vineyard to work there in the morning. And then 3 hours later, the owner went to the market again. He still saw so many people didn't have a job. So he invited those people to his vineyard to work there. And in the afternoon, he went to the market again, still saw some people didn't have a job. So he invited again. And 5 p.m., almost done for the day, he went to the market, still saw the people didn't have a job. Guess what he did? He invited those people to come to the vineyard and work there. Think about those people who didn't get a job even until the 5 p.m. What's the percentage of getting job at that time? In normal situation, 0%. 0%. Because it's almost done for the day. Who's gonna hire them to work for the day and give them job and work maybe 30 minutes, 1 hour, and they pay them? Not a chance. Probably they just better wait until next day. 0%. 0%. That was me before Atomy. My situation was that, 4 children, my wife, and so many burdens. I was like hopeless, 0% of success rate. But why the vineyard, the owner of the vineyard, hired those people even at the 5 p.m. and invited them to come to the vineyard and work there. And at the end of the day, he paid everybody same amount of money. Why did he do that? What's the lesson of this story? The lesson of this story is the owner of the vineyard is not trying to make money. He owns the vineyard to help people, to give the opportunity, even for those people couldn't get a job until 5 p.m. Amen. Right? Can you think about it? Atomy is a network marketing company, right? That's why so many people, we're trying to give this good news to people and they refuse it. Isn't it similar like spreading the gospel? I know many of you are Christian already, and you don't have to be a Christian, but just understand what's the purpose of doing this, right? We are trying to spread the gospel, but they don't believe it. They don't believe it. Just because they don't believe it, that doesn't mean there's no hell. Am I right? If you believe, even though you believe it or not, it still exists. So that's why when people know there's a heaven and there's a creator of us, we know that as a fact. So we want to spread that gospel, but they don't believe it. Same story. Atomy is a gospel, financial gospel. And we try to spread this financial gospel, and they don't believe it because this is a network marketing company. What if I'm representing Google? What if I'm representing Facebook or Apple or Samsung, LG? And I came here to show you, hey guys, if you invest this, you will be making $100,000 every single month for the rest of your life. How many people will line up? I think everyone who knows the news will line up to sign up, right? Because they have the credit. But what if I'm representing Google, Facebook, and Apple, and I'm announcing this news, hey, if you do this, invest this, and do this, you'll be making $100,000 a month? We don't have a chance. All those people who owns the information, who has the money, will dominate this opportunity. And the owner of this business is satisfied already. Hey, we got enough investor and we don't care the rest of the people. And he'll be making money. But Hangi Pa is just like the owner of the vineyard. He has the tool for him to build the empire because he's got the best quality, called him or him, and he's got the best quality cosmetics. He could have done many different kind of job, business, bring money to him or to his empire, making him rich, super rich, but he didn't do that. He invited people like me, Jason Shim, to see this opportunity while everyone denies it. That's why we got the opportunity. I hope you understand this. Atomy is just like gospel. Just like gospel. If you are a Christian, you understand what I'm talking about. Spreading the gospel is not easy. It's not easy. They don't just believe it. It's not easy to get the opportunity to talk about the gospel. It's not easy. You know, what if Jesus comes down? Hey, you know, I'm here. You know, I died on the cross, but I resurrected. And you better believe me, make it easy job, right? If he comes down. But why he does not come to this earth to show everyone? Why? There's a reason why he's not coming down. Why is that? Because he wants us to do the job. And at the end, he wants to reward us. And we become the tool. We become the path of the gospel. And at the end, in the judgment day, he says, hey, Jason, good job, man. Come to the heaven. Right? Same thing. Atomy is same. Atomy is same. If Chairman Hagi Park goes all around the world and gives a speech, and maybe we have a better chance to have people to understand about Atomy, but he cannot go around the whole world, right? His health is not as good as like 10 years ago. But who has to do the job? Us. We have to do the job. We have to make people to believe about Atomy. You understood about Atomy. You know how good Atomy is. You know how generous Atomy is. You know why Chairman Hangi Park create this business as a network marketing and trying to give this opportunity to everyone. Everyone. You know, Jesus said, spread the gospel until the end of the land. He ordered us to do that. And thank God we have Atomy, because everyone who has teeth, who has face, who's wearing clothes, they have to use daily necessities. And Atomy has the best quality with the best price ever in the whole world. So they better use our product. And we have to tell them, hey, you better use our product, right? So Atomy will flow everywhere in the world, everywhere. Look at us. How many countries are we have in this room now, right? Many countries already. You know, maybe 5 years later, we'll probably have 50 countries coming into the same Zoom, right? Which is not possible in physical world. So Zoom is very amazing. Atomy will be in the whole world. We are in 24 countries already, and we are expanding. You know, by God's grace, Atomy will be spread, because we are not just spreading the business, but we are spreading the gospel also. So you don't have to be, again, you don't have to be a Christian, but in my opinion, by God's grace, Atomy will be all over the world, because he's using Atomy as the tool to spread the gospel. Anyway, to talk about the business, I was the only one who showed up to the seminar and listened to our Chairman Hangi Park's speech. And he said this, you know, what is the first thing the farmer has to do before he actually goes to farming? What is the first thing that you have to do before the farmer goes to the farming? You have to decide how much of what you want to harvest, right? Which means your goal. What is your goal? Making $100,000 a month? That could be your goal, right? But money itself cannot be your goal. Imagine you're chasing after the money. And the characteristic of the money is always runs faster than you can run. So if you chase after money, you can never catch up with the money, right? So what do you have to do? You have to set your goal of your life, what kind of life you want to live, right? By God's grace, you will dominate the whole world. You will love, you will rule the world. You will enjoy the world. So what do you want if the money is not an issue, right? That's what you have to set as your goal. That's what you have to do in the first thing. First thing you have to do is set your goal. What do you want to do? Not just $100,000. Oh, I want to make money. Then what? What do you want to do with that money? Right? You have to set that goal. Then imagine you're living that world, that life. Then money comes to you. Hey, Jason wants to have a great life. Maybe we better come to Jason. You know, that money will come to Jason. That's how the money works. If you chase after money, not gonna come. So how you have to do Atomy, right? Just like our chairman Hagi Park did last couple of months, we have to serve others. Serve others. Our chairman Hagi Park showed the example of servant leadership. Just like Jesus said, if you want to be higher, you have to go lower, right? Go to the people in the low position and serve them. Then you will be put to higher position. Same thing. Atomy is like that. You know, if you know people around you having trouble financially or anyhow, if they are in trouble, go out there, help them. Many ways. You know, if you play golf, if you try to learn golf, you know, usually, I don't know how to express in English, but usually they have to loosen your grip, right? If you grip so hard of the golf racket, you cannot have a good swing, right? So they said it takes 3 years to loosen your grip. Am I right? That's how you express? I don't know, because I didn't learn golf lesson yet. I'm planning to get a golf lesson very soon, hopefully very soon, after I become an imperial master. Same thing in Atomy. When you try to introduce to Atomy and introduce Atomy to your friend, and your friend feels like, hey, Jason is trying to make money out of my pocket. If they feel it, you know, I don't think it's gonna work. But if your friend feel like, oh, Jason is trying to help me, right? That's the difference. Don't focus on making money. Focus on helping people. Why you get the benefit by using Atomy products? You know, I want to do this movement. Let's all do this movement. Make all the people we know, make them to use Atomy toothpaste and toothbrush. You know, we have a great demo, right? Example of demo. Jennifer Lim, Royal Master, is a great example of showing how to do the demo, right? You know how to do the toothpaste demo, right? You know how to do the toothbrush demo, right? If they see with their own eyes how good Atomy toothpaste is, and it's cheaper, then what's their excuse not to use our product? What's your excuse? Maybe you hate me if you don't use Atomy products, even though you saw the demo and it's cheaper. What's your excuse? And we have even propolis, right? How about our toothbrush? So good. You show the demo and it's cheaper. What is your excuse not to use Atomy toothbrush, right? If you're my friend, you saw the demo, you have no excuse not to use Atomy products. So let's do our movement. Everybody we know, let them use our toothpaste and toothbrush. Because this is the very basic of the basic necessities of everyone. Doesn't matter where you live. You live in America, you still brush your teeth. You live in Indonesia, Cambodia. It doesn't matter where you live. You still have to do your brush, right, every day. And then if they start using toothpaste and toothbrush and they admit this is really good, then we keep adding, hey, by the way, do you take shower also? If you take shower, you could use our shampoo and body cleanser. Hey, by the way, do you laundry your clothes? Then use my product because it's good and cheap. We add more and more products, right? The more you know about our products, the more chance you can talk to people, helping them to use the better quality product with a better price, right? So what's the maximum income we are making in Atomy? $100,000 a month, right? Isn't it amazing income? Even if you make $100,000 a year, that's still good income. It's good, right? Isn't it? Let's admit we are making good income by making $100,000 a year, right? But our maximum income will be $100,000 every single month. Every single month. What would you give to get that, right? You have to give something to get it. You cannot just get it. You have to give, there's a trade-in. You have to give and take, right? In order to take $100,000 every single month for the rest of your life. For the rest of your life, not just 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, but for the rest of your life. But what happens when we pass away? That $100,000 every single month comes to who? To your children and to their children too. What would you give to get that? Most people say, hey, Atomy is really good business, blah, blah, blah. And they think they could get $100,000 very easily. No, it's not easy. Just like spreading the gospel is not easy. Just like that. That's why, if you become Christian and go to church every week, you have a higher chance to become successful. Okay? Why? Because you are learning from the one who created 12-leg network marketing 2,000 years ago. Do you know what I'm talking about? That's all about Bible. There's 12 disciples. They kept their faith, and they even gave up their life trying to spread the gospel to the next generation, next generation, next generation. So many people died trying to keep the faith. And that's why you or me got born again. We got the faith too. Same thing. Atomy will be like that. Because this is true. It's true. It has a good purpose. It has a good purpose. It's not just trying to make money. CEO talked about the book called VUCA. What is VUCA? VUCA. What is V stands for? Volatility. Volatility. What about U? Uncertainty. C? Complexity. A? Ambiguity. VUCA is a word that American Army created. If you are in the world, you are in a world. So you die or opponents die. Either one's die. And they will try everything, trying to win the war, right? They will do anything to win the war. So that's that situation we describe as VUCA. Volatility, uncertainty, complexity, ambiguity. Everything is combined. So you don't know what's going to happen. You have no idea what's going to happen. So what you have to do is you have to decide in that situation. And if you make a mistake, everyone die in your team, including yourself. So that's the term American Army created. And now there's a Korean professor in South Korea. He wrote a book about VUCA. He says, in this world, the corporate world is like that. Everybody's fighting each other. These days, the Tesla and Apple fighting each other because Tesla is trying to make their own smartphone. And Apple is trying to make their own smart car. So Tesla and Apple is fighting, the two big companies. What's going to happen? You have no idea what's going to happen, right? So this Korean professor said, corporate world is like that too. So you have to find a way to win this corporate world. And he was searching for a company who's doing the right way to do the business in VUCA world. And he found Atomy. And he wrote his book about VUCA, and all the example from his book is Atomy. Isn't it amazing? So the future business has to be like Atomy. So we are the leading company in the whole world. We are small. We are very small. Very, very small company so far. But imagine, even the Amazon, if you see their chart, the stock market chart, for 15 years, they were in the bottom. But starting after 15 years, they are skyrocketing. Think about it. We started 2009, and it's been 13 years so far. And we are ready to we are ready to rock this world. You have to be ready to be the part of the great, great things. I was in Brazil a couple of weeks ago. So many people are excited about their future because they saw something normal people cannot see. If you see something that people cannot see, you are excited. And if you try to explain to other people, they don't understand. So they call you are crazy. But it's okay to be crazy because they will understand later. That's what happened to me. Jason Shim was trying to explain about the Atomy. I wasn't good in the beginning. Many of my church members said, hey, Jason, if you talk to me about that thing one more time, I'm going to delete your phone number from my phone. I was like, okay, I don't want to lose our friendship. So I stopped talking to him. I feel very sorry because, this is true. One of my relatives, the big group of relatives in Korea, one of the guy from this big family called me one day, hey, Jason, and he's very old, and then he's a very famous guy in that group of that relatives. He said, hey, Jason, listen to me, listen very carefully, okay? Don't ever talk to any of my family members, all the relative members. Because, 1 week ago, I sent a box of him or him trying to explain about him or him, about Atomy. And they recognize that I am doing network marketing, and the whole family member, the relative members agreed that don't talk to Jason. So one of the representatives called me, Jason, never ever call these family members. Ever since, I didn't call them. Maybe I have to call them again, but I don't know. But if it's gospel, I still have to talk to them, right? Because it's a spirit thing. Because that's not what Jesus wanted me to do. But this is just financial thing. They are doing okay, so I don't know, maybe. But anyhow, Atomy is not easy. It's not easy. So you have to set a goal. So for example, let's set up a goal. I want to recommend you to do this. For 30 days from now on, every single of you for 30 days, let's sell one product a day. Let's sign up one person a day. And let's explain about Atomy every day to one person at least for 30 days. Is it easy or difficult? Easy or difficult? Some might say easy, some might say difficult. Yeah, it's not easy. For 30 days, you have to do every single day. Oh, I sold 5 products today. So can I be free for 5 days? No. Even though you sell 100 products a day, that still counts as one. The goal is to do it every single day. Every single day. That's my goal, to make you to do that every single day. Can you do that? People say, oh, that's not easy, it's difficult. But what would you give in to make $100,000 every single month? You know, do you know anyone who's making $100,000 a month out there doing some kind of job? You might see them making $100,000, but you know how hard they have to work? You know, how big burden they have to carry? It's not easy. You have to be really smart. You have to devote whole your life to earn that kind of money, but that's still labor job, labor income, active income. Once you stop doing it, your income stops. But Atomy is passive income. And the first step is to give your time to Atomy, trying at least for 30 days, every single day, sell one product a day and sign up one person a day and explain Atomy one time a day to one person for 30 days. If you can do this, you are so ready to make $100,000 a month. In fact, you have to do this for 3 years. But you know what? Guess what? It'll be easier and easier and easier. I started running 5 kilometers every morning 4 months ago. I decided in my mind, okay, you know what, Jason? I want to have a 6-pack in my belly. Right now, I'm a 1-pack, one big belly. So I want to lose it, and I want to make it 6-pack, and I want to have a very good shape. So I started running 5 kilometers a day in the morning. First 3 weeks, it was very, very difficult. Very difficult. So I studied from YouTube. I got some advice from my friends. And you know what? It's been more than 4 months ever since I'm running 5 kilometers a day. Every morning I'm running, every morning. You know, it's not easy, especially these cold days. My town in the morning is below 0. It's below the freezing point. In the morning, you know, if you're in the bed, so cozy. I don't want to get out. But you know what? I put in my head, my 6-pack in my belly, my very fit body. That's what I imagine. That's I put into my head, that image. And then I kick out of my bed and then get ready and go out and start running. Every morning, my jacket becomes like a very watery because of my sweat. Every day I'm doing it, every day. Why? Because I want to have my 6-pack. I want to have a very fit, right? What would you give to make $100,000 every single month for 100 years? 100 years, 12 months a day, and 12 months a year, and $100,000 a month. What would you give? What would you give? That's what you have to do. You know, ladies, you want to have a beautiful body shape? That's every lady's, right, goal, right? You know what to do to become very fit as a lady, right? If you have that goal, make a list of what you have to do and do it every day. I know doing it every day is not easy. It's not easy. But if you do it for 3 years, 3 years, that is the hardest part. But after 3 years, you will enjoy it. I guarantee it. You will enjoy doing Atomy. Guess what I'm doing now? I'm enjoying my time now, talking to you. I love Atomy. Why? Because I became from 0% to 100%. What's the chance of me making $100,000 a month? 100%, guaranteed. I know I will be making $100,000 every single month, and then I'm gonna use that as a power so that I can spread the gospel. I don't want to make money to have a nice life. What is nice life? Have a big house and relax every day and enjoy my scenery every day? You know, that'll be sick and tired very soon. Very soon you will be tired. You will be bored. But serving others never get bored. Just like our chairman Hangi Park. He never stopped going out there serving people. He went, after he made a tour to America, he went to Malaysia and he went to Singapore. And he never stops. That's what I'm gonna do too. And that's what I want to challenge you to do that. You will be making $100,000 a month. You will be. Because I'll be working and serving you guys so that you can make $100,000 a month. And I want to join us serving others too. So many people out there didn't even have the opportunity to listen to Atomy news. I was lucky, I was fortunate that my sponsor pushed me one more time when I said no thank you. And someone thought about you. Even though they have a chance to become what, pity situation, but they didn't care. They thought about you and spoke about Atomy to you. That's why you understood about Atomy. That's why you are here tonight. That's why you got the opportunity to make $100,000 a month. And you are in good chance to make $100,000 every single month. You have no idea how great opportunity we are having right now. Imagine all of us making $100,000 every single month. And imagine what we can do together. We can change this world much, much, much better world. So join us. Do Atomy. Go out there, talk to people about this one amazing opportunity. Don't think about, hey, what if they say no? They will say no, but you still have to try. Because someone will listen to you, just like the gospel. So I hope you understand about Atomy, the core value of Atomy, and hope you become successful with Atomy together with us. Grab this opportunity. Never let go of this opportunity. And it's not just for you, but for those people who's waiting for you to talk about this. One day, Peter and John was walking, and there was a guy with a lame and asked for money. And Peter said, hey, I don't have money. I don't have silver. I don't have gold. But I'll give you the name of Jesus. And the man with the lame was able to walk. We are not just about money, but we are spreading this financial gospel to the people. Thank you very much for inviting me to talk about this opportunity. And I hope everyone becomes successful. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you, Master Jason, every time.